Hello and welcome to Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, Mosport for short, home of iRacing's GT3 challenge this week. Today we are going to be doing a fast lap around the track, the purpose of which is to walk and talk you through the circuit and to give you a solid understanding of every aspect of the track. The goal is to not show you the fastest possible lap, but rather a difficult but obtainable lap that will allow you to turn it into a perfect lap. So without further ado, let's hit the track. Okay, so we're going to be starting at the straightaway here at Mosport, going into the first turn. So we're just going to be getting up through the gears, and we're going to be going into turn 1 here. Now, where we're going to be wanting to brake into turn 1 is actually using the telephone poles on the left side. So the closest telephone pole to us right now, as soon as we cross the left side of our windshield on that telephone pole, that's actually where we're going to be braking very lightly, just enough to get ourselves around the turn here. So on the brakes, into the corner, coast, 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 back on the gas as soon as possible, out to the left side of the track. And then for turn 2 here, this is a winding downhill turn. So we're going to be wanting to brake somewhere between where I am right now and a little bit before that blue little Marshall post thing on the right-hand side there. I brake a little bit early in this lap, but you can brake a little bit later as well, kind of at the crest of the hill. I just wanted to make sure that I put down a lap without binning it, because that is something it definitely can do if you don't brake quick enough. But we're going to be braking down into 4th here. We're going to be wanting to get into the inside of the track, coasting and getting back on the gas as soon as possible. So down into 4th. In the inside of the track, coast, coast, back on the gas as soon as you feel comfortable to do so, to the outside of the track, maybe be a little bit neater than me there. And then we're going to be going from the right side of the track over to the left side and to the outside. And as soon as we hit the outside of the track, we're going to basically want to be on the brakes as soon as possible. Get down into 3rd gear. We're going to want to cut this turn very close to the inside. So down into 3rd, close, close, close. Back on the gas as soon as possible. And now here you can actually maybe free up your steering a little bit more than I am doing. I go really tight trying to keep it to the inside of the track, but really you can let the car drift more to the outside, get a better runoff, and actually increase your speed and your time as well. So I hug it a little bit longer than I should, but you can go further out there. And then into this turn here, we're not going to be getting on the brakes. What we're actually going to be doing is just either you can half throttle it for a moment or two, or what I do is I just lift really quickly back on the gas, and that's just to reorient the vehicle to get it around this turn. And we're going to be braking right under the Continental Bridge here. So off the gas, back on the gas really quickly. If you didn't see that, you can always go back and rewind there. So we're going to be getting up into this turn here. We're going to be staying on the inside of the track here. I'm even a little bit aggressive. I cut the corner a little bit. It's not an off track or anything. So no worries there. But I'm going to get down into 2nd gear up here. And then this is a hairpin. So we'll talk about that when we get there. But okay. And here we're going to be braking about right where I am. There's not really much benefit in braking later because you really have to lose a lot of speed through here. So you're really just going to want to brake about what I was considering the billboards on the left-hand side. You can just kind of figure out where you need to brake a little bit better as well, just from practicing. A good way to kind of get the braking zones down here is actually to use the driving line for a little bit, because the braking zones are pretty consistent with what you're going to be wanting to utilize in driving in this line or in a similar line to this versus the driving line, because there isn't a lot of difference in terms of the braking. It's more of when you get back on the gas, and the angle is where you make up time versus the driving line. But we're going to be getting down again into 2nd gear here, inside of the track, then to the outside of the track. So 2nd gear as in as possible, to the outside. And then we're into 2nd here. I get on the gas a little bit through here, just try to carry a little bit more speed so that way you don't have to do that, because it really just screws up the whole momentum of the of this part of the circuit. But just carry a little bit more speed. Don't brake as hard as I do. Still be in 2nd though. And then we're going to get down into 1st and then back on the gas as soon as possible. Back up through the gears through this little section here, which I guess technically are considered turns 7 and 8. So that's 7, and then 8 is up here, and then it's just the the straightaway. We're going to be heading to the outside of the track here, not upshifting. And then where we're going to be wanting to brake here is at, again, this is another part where we're using a telephone pole, is the closest telephone pole to us at the moment. You're going to be, as soon as you get there, same thing with turn 1, you're going to want to get on the brakes down into 4th gear. Then you're going to want to coast from where you get on off of the brake finally to the next set of curbing. If you get on the gas in between there, which it can seem like you want to do because you're kind of going slow through there, or it feels like you are anyways, you're actually just going to run off track because it's the S's, so it actually shrinks down in that middle right after the middle section there. So you want to be on the inside of the track, setting yourself up for the final turn, or the final 2 turns actually. So on the brakes, down into 4th, coast around here, back on the gas. And as you can see, if you try to keep your foot in it, you're not going to be able to get around this section right here. So we're going to be shifting down into 3rd gear up here. And really, I'm just kind of bad at this corner, I guess, because you're really supposed to be able to stay on the inside. You're not supposed to go wide like I do here and then come back. So that's an area where you may be able to make up a little bit of time as well. So as you can see, I kind of go out back here. I shift down into 2nd gear through here just because I don't carry enough momentum, but up into 3rd. And then that is a lap around the track at a 1:16.94. And again, that's about a second off of the fastest lap I was able to find around this track. So hopefully that helps you out. And then there will be a video of just the lap around the track without any commentary on it. So that way you can just watch that back and just get a feel for what you should be doing here. And then obviously brake later, get on the gas quicker, things like that, and just to improve your time and see what you can do yourself. So thanks for watching that, and leave a like and everything like that if you enjoyed, and I'll again be doing these every week for the Ferrari GT3 challenge fixed, just like last season.